Something that happens so often when I'm working with couples for couples and relationship therapy is they will arrive to the session and I will say, what would you like from our session today? And they will look at each other and one will say, oh, I don't know, I've not really thought about anything. What about you? And they'll go, no, I mean, I brought something last week, so I've not really thought of anything to bring this week. And they'll be discussing there and then, what are they going to bring? And then they might eventually say, well, should we talk about that thing that you mentioned the other day? And although that can be fine, and you can do some work around it and you can learn something about yourselves and each other, it is very much a hit and miss process. And really what I do encourage with my couples is, in between the sessions, I want you to be reflecting. I want you to be observing. I want you to notice, is there anything that your partner's doing that is good? Any subtle changes that you're noticing that are benefiting your relationship? It doesn't matter how small they seem, I want you to bring them, I want to know about them. I want your partner to know that you're observing these and that you are appreciating it. Is there anything that you're learning about yourself? Anything that's activated you in the week and you've either mentioned it or not mentioned it? Why not? What did it bring up for you? Anything that's reminding you of your history and you feel it will be helpful to actually look at it because it's presenting itself in the here and now in your relationship? Is there anything that you've planned to do that's nice together? Could you talk about that? There are so many things that you could be looking at in between the sessions. And the reason why I really want people to get into the process of this is because you will then arrive to the session with somewhat of an idea of, something you've been looking at during the week, things that you're noticing and that you're experiencing, but also it gets you into the habit of doing this anyway in your relationship, because eventually at some point you're not going to have the therapist there. You don't want to be seeing a couples therapist forever. It's fine if you do, but it's expensive. So then you're getting into the habit of doing this in between the sessions and then carrying it outside when you finished your therapy sessions. Yes, you might go back at a later date, because sometimes people do. Sometimes I'll have couples who will come back to me 2 or 3 years later and they want a few sessions just to work on something. And that's absolutely fine. But preparing in between the sessions can really help. It can just pay off. So let me know what you think. Is there anything that you do to prepare for your couples therapy sessions? Is it something that's giving you food for thought? Are you thinking that maybe you would look at doing this in between your sessions? Anything that you found helpful?